Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sharaglas. Hi, I'm Miriam. I'm the Afghan who cooks. And welcome. Today we are making Dum Pukht, which is a very traditional, I think you would call it an Afghan one-pot meal. We're going to make this in the Instant Pot today. So let's go do it. Our Instant Pot is heating up. And what I'm going to add is I'm not going to add any oil or butter or anything. I'm going to add this fat that I got from the butcher when I had him cut my meat. There was some fat sitting in the butcher case and I said, can I have that fat? And he said, yes. It will add fat and flavor. See that that's adding a nice little layer of fat inside of there. And I have more. If I need to add more fat to this, I can add. Now, if you don't have fat from your butcher, just add some oil. Add about 1/4 cup of cooking oil. Now we're gonna add, this is one fairly large onion. You can use half of this if you want. I'm gonna use this whole onion because look, I like onions even though they break my heart and make me cry. In fact, I had tears in my eyes when I was cutting this onion and one of my sons came into the kitchen and he was like, Mom, are you okay? Started laughing, but then I started fake crying and then he looked at me and he was like, Mom, I'm really uncomfortable. It sounds like you're really crying. And then my other son came from his room upstairs. He was like, Mom, what happened? So I felt kind of bad, but it's kind of sweet that they were actually thinking about their mom and they were worried about her. We're gonna let these onions cook until they get nice and golden brown. And that's gonna take several minutes. So go relax, pour yourself a cup of tea. We're very close. We're very close. First thing we're gonna add here, we have 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. Of course, you can just add fresh garlic and ginger. You know, I like this because it's nice and easy. We're also gonna add, this is 1 chili pepper. I'm gonna add that as well. Cook that for about 30 seconds. I'm gonna add my spices to this too. Here I have coriander powder. I'm gonna add a good teaspoon of that. Actually, 2 teaspoons of coriander, 2 teaspoons of cumin seed. Then I'm gonna add my meat. This is beef with the bone in it because the bone is what adds flavor. We're gonna throw all of that in and let it get covered by all of those spices that we just added. You want this beef to get nice and brown and release some more of its fat. We're now gonna also add the sugar. Don't add sugar. I meant salt. 1 heaping teaspoon of salt to start. Now without the Instant Pot, this recipe takes about 2 or 3 hours, easily 2 or 3 hours. Traditionally, it's cooked over a low, slow heat. You put dough around the outside of the pot to make sure that none of the steam escapes. It just takes a very long time. The Instant Pot and the pressure cooker, Kazan, they make this whole thing go so much faster. Now to this, we are going to add some water because of course we need to build up some steam. And that's 1 cup of water. I'm getting all of the goodness off of the bottom. Now this is just over 2 pounds of meat. Okay, so for 2 pounds of meat, I used 1 whole cup of water. Now if you want to add a little more flavor to the broth, you can use a bouillon cube. I have one here that is garlic flavored, one that I think is saffron flavored. I'm actually gonna use this one that is saffron flavored because I think it would taste really good in the rice after. So I'm gonna throw this in here. The great thing about bouillon cubes is that they also usually have MSG, which adds a ton of flavor to your food. Start this on pressure cook. We're gonna set it for 30 minutes on high and go. Okay, let us take a look at what we have in here. Beef is beautifully tender already. It's gonna cook a little bit more when we add our rice. I'm just gonna test it for salt right now. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. Perfect, I'm gonna add a little black pepper. Then earlier today, 2 tomatoes here that I have chopped up. I'm gonna add these. It's optional, you don't have to add them if you don't want to. And so earlier today, I soaked 2.5 cups of rice. A lot of people ask me, what brand of rice do you use? What style of rice do you use? I use Aahu Barah. They have a number of different brands of rice under the Aahu Barah umbrella. I use their #1 Sela brand rice. Aahu Barah. It's either in the white bag or in that kind of canvas bag. That's what I use. All of this rice. And then you want to make sure that you add enough water. Now you can see I don't need too much more water here because the rice is nicely covered already. I don't think it needs any more water. So this rice is going to cook on the rice cooking lever? The rice cooker button on the Instant Pot. So you don't even have to think about it, right? I'm just gonna add just enough so that all the rice is covered. Push the rice button and let it cook. See, brown rice goes on high for 20 minutes. White rice goes on low pressure for 12 minutes. I got a little bit ahead of myself, and during the break, like I'm on whatever commercial break. I don't even know anymore. I started pouring it out, but as you can see, this is cooked. The rice does not stick together. The meat is so tender. If you like this video, or God, even if you don't, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment. Tell me what video you would like better than this so that I can disagree with you. Hit the bell notification so you know every time we have a new video. Until next time.